All right, it's time for our weekly live app chat. This afternoon, we're tackling the frustration of trying to remember all of the passwords our daily lives now require. Independent e-business consultant Francie Black is back with us, and you have a handy solution. I have to admit, you have to be smart about your passwords. You know, password one is a bad idea.
Absolutely, yes.
But remembering all the different ones is a challenge.
Right, and there's this great app, and I use this app all the time. This is one of my favorites. I give it 5 stars, and it's called Keeper.
Okay.
And it is called a password and data vault, a place to store. Yes, this is what it's called, Keeper, by keepersecurity.com.
Okay.
Let's see if it'll get our next screen up here.
Yeah, I think we can go to the next piece that's up here, and it actually shows us our next element to this, and this really does lock in our information, doesn't it?
Yeah, now there's one password you will have to remember, which is the main Keeper password. So when you launch the application and you download it and you launch it, you will keep a Keeper password. So your first password, that's the only one you need to remember.
So that make it the easy one that you can remember easily, but not necessarily easy to hack.
Correct.
And then what happens?
Then we're going to go to our iPad and take a look here. So now that we've got Keeper installed, you can create classifications or folders for different types of passwords, like for your credit cards, for your email, for your online banking, for your various websites.
Terrific.
And I'm just going to give you an example of one, a simple one here. So I'm going to go into email, and in email I'm going to go into Gmail account, and then it will just show you your password, and it'll have a link to it. So that's the most simplest form, but it just keeps a listing and a storing of all your passwords.
I like that.
Which is great. And it itself is maintained, protected by the master password. And it's all encrypted, which is important. That's
something you definitely need to look for when you're trying to find security.
Absolutely. All right, and then, so let's take a look at let's look at a banking one. I'm going to go into online banking, and I'm going to go into Asheville Savings Bank. Okay, so I have my password here. I blocked mine out.
Right. This is just for example purposes only.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. But so anyhow, we've got in here Asheville Savings Bank. It's in my online banking folder. I have my login and my password. But then what you can do, this is really neat, is I can go to log into my URL, okay, and I can tap on that, and it will take me to that website within the Keeper app.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's really neat, and it's all secure. And I can say, let's do my mobile banking now. And what you can do is when it prompts you for your username, okay, you can just say, put in my username from Keeper. It automatically puts in your username, and then you can do the same thing with your password. So you don't actually have to even memorize, you don't have to remember them. It will literally log you in.
That's beautiful and so simple that not only is it saving me the hassle of trying to remember my passwords, it's simplifying my life as I access everything that has a password.
That's exactly right. So you can have 50, 60 passwords in here. I have a bunch listed within here. I use this all the time, and I use it to access my websites. There are all kinds of neat things that it can do as well. One of them, just, you know, let's say something you do think your system's breached, you can delete it. You can set it to self-destruct after a certain amount of time.
Wow.
So it's really neat.
Oh, like Mission Impossible. And our third screen that we have here, this is really so simple too. And what's great is, can I ask, is there a charge for this one?
Yeah, what I've showed you here is free. I use it all the time. It's free. There are a lot of additional features that you can do, and they're $9.99 for the upgrade. You can do web apps, cloud backup, multi-device sync. So there is a pay-for version with backup for $9.99, but you can use this one free. What I showed you, everything I showed you is free for your Mac, your PC device, your iPad, your iPhone, even Android systems. So
I think I'm sold on that, my friend. And if you would like to find out more about Francie Black's apps that she's showing us every week, or also sign up for her monthly newsletter, here's what you do. Go to her email account there. It's ipadwisdom@gmail.com. And in the subject line, enter subscribe. And that will get you started to receive all this information. And of course, we'll also have it on our website, WLOS.com. Just go to the top stories. You'll see App Chat waiting there for you. Francie Black, thanks so much. What's next week?
Next week, we're going to talk about how to sync up our data files between your desktop machines, your iPhones, and your iPads, your mobile devices.
Love the convenience. Can't wait for that, Jay.
Very good. Thanks.
If you love a good